So she's helped me through all of it, and oh God, I didn't mean...
Oh, give me a hug. Oh, you can't beat coffee and a catch-up.
This is coffee morning in the afternoon. Oh, I'm having my fingers licked.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to LDN Vegans, on the case for plant-based.
And cruelty-free. I'm Phil.
I'm Polly. This is cake. It got a bit bashed up in my bag. This is a big shout out to my mate Karen. She didn't make it.
Yeah, thanks, Karen.
But my friend Karen, or Anastasia Resurrection from Down From Above, which is a goth electro band. You'd love them, actually.
Yeah, I think I've seen them online.
Yeah, they're freaking amazing. She's got such a beautiful voice. So I'll tell you a little story. So
Can I try some?
Yeah, try some first.
Oh, I love lemon drizzle.
And it's moist and lemony, isn't it? It's really good. It's from Broccoli Market. I don't know the name of the stall though. We'll find out. I'll find out from her.
That's really nice.
So, do you want to hear a little synchronistic story about coincidences and things? So I went round to Karen's on Saturday for a little kind of socially distanced gathering again. And she said, oh, it's because my mate Katie wants to see you. And I'll explain to you how I know Katie. So Karen got in touch with me after I'd photographed a band called Black Bullets. And she was playing with the Black Bullets in a few weeks' time and said, can you come and photograph us? She thought I was like some young, hip photographer.
Well, you are.
Up her turn, mid-40s, with my camera. Got talking to her. Not only does she live in Lewisham, not only is she also a teacher, but then when she took me over to meet her friends, she introduced me to Katie, and I looked at Katie and went, I remember you. We were really good mates at university.
No way.
And I've got photos of me and Katie on our graduation day.
Oh my God.
Of her she used to have this big blonde beehive, and she used to try and put her mortarboard on top of her beehive. We were really good friends at university.
Did you recognise her?
Yeah, I recognised
her face?
Yeah, completely.
God, small world, isn't it?
So it's really nice. On Saturday, went over there. Karen bought she always feeds me. She's such a feeder, and she's such an amazing friend. And please listen to her band Down From Above, because if you like goth electro music, they are absolutely brilliant.
Are they on Spotify?
I think they're on Spotify, but there's definitely stuff on YouTube as well. I'm pretty sure they're on Spotify. She's going to be using some of my collages for her singles. She is such a wonderful person, and she's been such a good friend.
And talking of your collages, we've got to say, I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen because they're so good. You've been doing those in lockdown to kind of, more for your relaxation as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I find I was literally doing them just to kind of, it's that flow thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very good to get into the flow of something.
It's like meditation, isn't it?
So I thought I'd set up a completely separate Instagram account with them on. It's still got the Polestar name on it, but I thought I'd set up a completely separate Instagram account.
It's so
not tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
And then I decided. Then I was getting really good feedback, and I've had so many people want prints done.
Wow.
I've been looking at getting cushions done, and I'm not doing it on print for order. I've decided that I want to be in control of the prints that are done. But
so we'll put all the info down below.
Polestar's Arty
in the link, in the description. That's amazing.
I've really enjoyed doing it, and it's definitely a new thing for me.
It's so weird you telling that story, because we had a trainer for Teddy because he's been a bit nervous because some idiots let off fireworks in the park when Jeremy took him out. So he's been a bit nervous and he's kind of barking a lot. So we had a trainer, and guess where the trainer was from? Lewisham.
Oh.
Georgie, she's really funny, Welsh.
It's so weird how many people. Lewisham's such a weird place. A lot of people take the piss out of Lewisham, but it has been my home for, I think I worked it out, 28 years. Is it 28?
Yeah, you've been there a while.
Yeah, I've been here since I was 22.
Yeah, because you lived in Lewisham.
It's not 28 years, it's 25 years.
Well,
25 years.
we first met each other 25 years ago when we worked at Outprice, Surrey Quays, and you were living in Lewisham then.
Yeah, I'd just moved, yeah.
So it wasn't Karen that made that?
No, but she got it from Brockley Market.
Right, because that's really good.
It was a really good one, isn't it?
Didn't take me long, did it?
No, I'm still... Going to have another bit.
Do you know what I love about this as well? It's the lemon rind. Oh
my god, it's so good. How is it compared to your lemon drizzle cake that you did for Jeremy at the weekend?
I replaced the eggs with soya yogurt, and it went really fluffy, but I didn't have enough of the drizzle.
I see. It's the drizzle that makes it, isn't
definitely.
it? Definitely. I think you have to really go overboard.
Yeah. I just literally had a little bit of drizzle on the top and hanging over.
I'd have been very upset with you.
You would have been. Yeah,
I
really disappointed.
My lemon drizzle with rind in it. Do you remember those Christmas things that we did? That awful Christmas bomb that we did with that drizzle on. Phil went out and bought this for us to try, and do you remember how successful our last brownie recipe was?
Well, we shouldn't have any problems with that.
On a festive day on Halloween.
Because the last one was homemade. That one, at least we got the kit to blame.
Look, now doesn't it look pretty? Can we just not bake again?
Anyway, we need to catch up. Yes, catch up about your hoarding. Well, not hoarding anymore. You're over it now.
Well, I wouldn't call myself necessarily a hoarder, but I had hoarding tendencies.
I think you class as a hoarder, or did class as a hoarder.
No, not if you look at the... Well...
I know what it is. It's because you've had it over so long.
No, do you know what the definition of a hoarder is? Someone who sees intrinsic value in everything, in lots and lots of things, and can't let go of them. And I used to be able to let go of some things, but if I'd have carried on with not having counselling for my depression and things, and if I'd have allowed all those kind of things...
You said, I hung on to stuff thinking that one day I would need it or use it. And I think that's one of the tendencies, isn't it, for people to do that. And
being a bit arty-farty and being a bit creative, I used to like trying lots of different crafting. So like I had things to make things with resin, I had Fimo, I had clay, I had knitting, cross-stitch, quilting.
Oh my God.
Candle making, there's pre-vegan days. All these different things because I was going to try it. All these different new crafts.
You can still make candles though with soy.
Yeah, I can, but not the stuff I had.
These are soy wax.
Yeah.
My friend Andrew sent. I don't know if I spoke about this on previous video. Bustle and Bertie in Southsea.
Oh no, they're
made from soy.
Yeah, they're lovely. Stick some out. Oh, I do like that.
So nice. So you never thought it was a problem?
No, I did.
You did.
I did. Not in the middle of it, but after. When I started getting embarrassed about people coming round, it was never at the point where it was the floor was going. Don't think of it like Hoarders, the programme Hoarders, where people are climbing over things and there's cockroach. It was never like that. Never had mice everywhere, nothing like that. It was never like that. It's just that I had a lot of stuff and I had a room and I would do what I call boy tidying, which is if people were coming over, I'd throw stuff in a bag and shove it in the room.
Do you remember that programme, How Clean Is Your House?
Yeah, it's never that bad. Look at the dirt on here. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But
grim.
It was never the cleanliness side of it. It was always the stuff. There was just stuff everywhere. Yeah. So obviously with moving,
so you're moving in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that I didn't want to take everything with me because I'm in a really good place now mentally. Like I actually had a face-to-face session with my counsellor, like because obviously I won't see her face-to-face again, and because we've been doing it online, and she said just everything about me is so different. Like I used to have this big patch
that's gone
of eczema there.
Oh my God, I didn't even realise that.
Do you remember?
Yeah, because you used to call it your scratching post.
Yeah, my scratching post. It's completely gone.
Wow.
Absolutely complete, and I've not used cream on it.
So that's probably because you're not feeling anxious.
I mean, I've noticed in some of the videos I do play with my hair, but not as much.
But that's a habit though, that's not necessarily a problem, is it? It's just something that you've always done.
Yeah, but I feel a lot calmer. Today was a very tough day for me. Last week, Paul came over and we did the spare room. He didn't do a lot of the sorting of stuff, but we literally took everything down that we weren't taking, like the old units and things that I wasn't taking. I mean, it's embarrassing for me, and anybody who's had a problem with clutter or decluttering and things like that, it is embarrassing. And I have been, you know, people do shame me about it, and you do feel embarrassed about it.
But I think it's good that you've recognised that. I think that's part of the healing process, isn't it? It's like saying that it's like drug addiction or something. I mean, it is an addiction. It's kind of similar, isn't it? It was an addiction.
Yeah. I'd go out and one of my things that I used to do was try and find vintage magazines and photographs and postcards and old photographic things, and I literally would get that high of finding something in the middle of trash.
But that's your creative brain, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily, because that's you just being creative and being like interested in art.
I think that's what a lot of the stuff I had was.
Yeah.
It was just me loving different things, but I got obsessed by it. It was obsessively trying to find something.
It's aesthetics, though, isn't it? It's like textures and the way something feels and looks.
Yeah, and so it was tough going through everything, and there's still some more decluttering to do, but I don't have any time to do it. I'll have to do it the other end. But when you see the photo of the pile of stuff,
that
I'm taking compared to the pile of stuff that went. So
hang on, you said that you felt quite emotional earlier. Is that because you've let go of almost, like, I suppose it's not negative energy, but I suppose it is in a way, isn't it?
I hated my flat. I hated it. I hated people coming round.
But is it also that you've got memories and you've got attached to some of those belongings?
I don't feel that way I don't feel any, like you see on hoarding programs where people have this sense of loss when they let something go.
So you didn't have the loss?
I didn't have that. I've been at a point now where I was just like, after being in lockdown away from my stuff for so long.
Do you think that was part of it then, being in lockdown?
Yeah. And it was like I didn't have to see that stuff. I didn't have to, and I realised I could live without it for 4 months and not feel separated from it. You know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now it's just like it was how much energy it took to sort it all out. Also,
Exhausting.
how much money I had to spend to get it taken away. But thankfully, because I got money from Tristan for stuff I've sold him for little nans, it didn't cost me anything.
But what weight off his shoulders, though? I mean, it must be such a relief.
Yeah, and big thumbs up to Icon Services, who came round this morning, looked at it, looked at the stairs, and you could just see them going off. It was all on the top floor, which is up 3 flights of really bad stairs.
And they're really steep stairs as well.
Really,
I've been to your place a couple of times.
And the place is falling apart. I mean, I can't wait to get out of that shithole.
Oh, I'm kind of sad that I'm never going to be going there again.
You don't? Well, you can come there if you want.
We filmed a couple of videos there.
Yeah, but it's just my new place. I'm just excited that, you know, I've kept the precious things that are precious to me, and I'm going to be able to see them. They're not going to be in boxes. They're going to be out because they're precious to me and I can appreciate them, not just know, oh, that's in a box somewhere.
Well, we were talking about this earlier because Polly very kindly bought me the Bosch book because you lost one and you found the second one. And we were talking about having somewhere nice to store it. If you've got a nice kitchen, it's nice to have your cookbooks out and your pots and pans or whatever on shelves, and it's just nice to have that space and not have to search for stuff.
Well, and that's what it's been.
Stressful.
That's what it's been like. I suppose we should have done a content warning or a trigger warning on this about people who are hoarders or.
Yeah, give us a like if you're a hoarder or have been in the past.
Yeah, or just,
I have.
It's really hard, and now the guilt associated with it is huge as well, because I feel guilty about how much money I've spent. To be fair, a lot of the stuff I had wasn't new. That's one thing I will say. I was a big thrifter. The thrill was finding something in a charity shop or something on Deptford Junk Market or in a junk shop or an antique shop. That was where the thrill was for me. So it wasn't like I was buying a lot of new things.
Yeah.
Like some stuff's gone to Tristan, so if you go to Little Nan's Bar in Deptford, it should be up there soon. But a lot of it is going into landfill, and that makes me feel so guilty. And the money I've spent on this shit is really depressing.
It's a learning curve though, isn't it? I don't think any of us are perfect.
And I do wish I'd done this before, so that I could actually have enjoyed my flat like it is, like it could be.
Well, maybe you will. When you move, you probably will be.
And it's also now, I feel, and it's not just because of Paul. I found Sue. I'm going to give her a big thumbs up. And you've seen me in terrible states. You've seen me.
You're just completely different now.
I'm going to get all teary now.
Well, a lot of it we've catalogued on our videos. Yeah. I mean, if you look back a year, 2 years ago,
I was a mess.
Yeah, I mean, you could see also when there are videos without you, and you know, people obviously realise where you are and why you're not on videos is because you weren't in a good place to do it.
No, and I was, you know, a year ago, last April, I was suicidal. I was going to end it, and I found Sue online. And she's been my counsellor for over a year, and I don't think I would have been ready to meet someone like Paul. I don't think I'd have been ready to do half the things I've done without her. So she's helped me through all of it, and oh God, I didn't mean...
Oh, give me a hug. But you know what though? Now is the right time for all of this to happen, because you're in such a good place now.
I am.
It's brilliant to see as well. And I think you could say, oh, why didn't this happen 5-10 years ago? It didn't happen because the time wasn't right. You weren't ready, and you wouldn't have met Paul probably. And I think it just, I know it's a big cliche, but things happen for a reason. Don't they?
And I don't regret. And you know, I'm one of these people who's like, I don't regret. You know, I've had a crazy life.
Yeah.
The past 5 years have been insane. I obviously won't go into it on camera, but it's just been... I've met some interesting people and done some interesting things, put it like that, over the past 5 years. But the biggest thing I've done in the past 5 years is going vegan, starting this with you, going into counselling and looking inward at myself. Being single for 5 years actually made me really look at myself.
And that's all positives, isn't it?
Yeah.
You think of like going vegan itself is such a positive step. Well, I think it's more than one step.
Massive.
It's like loads of little major, loads of major steps. Meeting Paul, such a massive thing in your life. It's like, it's all, and going to counselling. It's like I can't think of anything better than doing that.
It does take strength to go into counselling.
Absolutely.
And I think, you know.
And also talk about it as well. It's not just dealing with it on your own. It's actually being honest with friends about. But also that's why
I do it on here.
Yeah.
Because I've always been honest,
transparent
about my depression, about about the fact that I had an eating disorder and things like that. It's because the more you talk about it, the more it's normalised.
Yeah.
There's still people who think that depression and things like that aren't illnesses. Yeah, it's been a I'm not going to say it's been tough, because it hasn't. It's been really positive. And one thing my Sue taught me was, don't compare yourself to other people. Yes, there are always going to be people in a worse situation than you. And she just turned around to me and said, but I don't care about them. I'm here to care about you and look after you. And she said, you can't compare your life, she said, because not everybody's made up the same way. So,
no. Well, we've said that about doing YouTube channels, because we never got into it to get thousands and millions of subscribers. We do it because we're passionate about being vegan, and we want to share our experiences with other people. I mean, yes, it is nice to have more people watching, but it's not the be all and end all. And a lot of YouTubers compare themselves to other people.
I think that's where, as a society, it's very dangerous to compare. You know, we're now in a position where we do compare ourselves. Do you get that many likes? Do you get that many people watching? And to me,
it's feeling validated, isn't it?
Yeah.
People want to feel validated. It's like self-worth.
I used to feel that, like, in dating, I used to think that I needed a man to make me feel validated. And it was weirdly at a point where I'd just gone, actually, I'm all right by myself. Someone's got to really turn my life around and offer me a better life, a happier, better time than I'm having now, because I was beginning to be really comfortable with myself as a single woman and kind of saw that as my future. And then my 6'5" hairy lump came into my life.
Is he really 6'5"?
He's really 6'5".
Wow. I'm scared of him now. I know, but I'm even more scared of him.
It's just like, you know, and that's it. Things happen for the right reason. You know, people come into your life for the right reason. And yeah, things do go to shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but that's life, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, life is always going to be a rocky road. Is how you deal with it.
And it's also about another thing Sue talked to me about is about building those pathways in your brain. Like, I've trained my brain for so many years to have a go at myself. Like, my ex-husband used to constantly berate me for all my failures.
And Marmite.
And mushrooms. And I created those negative pathways in my brain so much that I'm now having to train my brain to speak positively about myself.
Well, it's what do they call it when you retrain your brain? It's like that. It helps with depression, doesn't it? You think more positively instead of negative.
And it sounds really banal saying think positive, but it's a training session.
Yeah, and it's hard to do that.
Yeah, I really feel like I'm getting there.
Excellent. Well,
Sorry, I didn't expect to cry.
It's a bit deep, wasn't it? You're in such a good place, and I love it. Do you know what people have said to us as well? Oh, I love the really chatty videos.
Oh, do they?
So let us know if you want us to do more of these, because I think we've got a lot of that within us. Yeah. I mean, I very rarely talk about my life on these videos, but maybe I should.
Yeah, I just don't care. You know, I mean, for two people who actually do talk for a living, you know, it's like.
Well, yeah, used to. I've finished Gadio now. I've left.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I've gone all on about me. So do you want to talk about your?
No, not really. Yeah, I no longer work in radio. After 23 years, I've thrown in the towel. It had its advantages.
It did have its advantages, and you know, it's always good to keep in with those things. But
I'm still going to be doing stuff, but on my own terms.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm not relying on any company anymore.
And I think that's it. It's like I said to you, I think when I was messaging you, it's like you've got to see your self-worth because you have so much experience, so much talent, so much knowledge and understanding of everything, and so much passion.
Lots of passion.
By the way, the hair's not growing very fast.
I know. I cut it off. Do you know why? Because I bought these new trimmers.
He told me he was growing his hair and he was going to have backcombed Robert Smith style again.
Yeah. Well, I was going to have like a Viking top and like a faded back and sides. But yeah, I went to cut it and I was like, oh shit, I've done too much, and it went a bit tits up. But no, I am going to do it soon.
And you're not going.
I am.
Look.
You're not bold.
No, not bald. I said greys.
I've got to take my glasses off. See, this is the age thing.
It's my mole under my chin. I always wanted one of those to scare small children.
Rock bags.
Yeah.
There's somebody at the door.
Me and my friend used to joke about that because she had one. She's got one there, and I used to say, "Oh, when it grows hairs when you're old, you can scare small children." She said, "Oh no, I can't wait."
Like a spider. Tarantula. So yeah, let us know if you've enjoyed this video.
Sorry.
I think
have you enjoyed watching me cry?
We've got enough of this, I think.
I think so.
Within us to produce some more vlogs. Yeah. Thanks for watching as always.
Love you.
See you next time.